It's fairly common knowledge for Saints Row fans that the first installment to the series was an Xbox 360 exclusive, but what if I told you that nearly wasn't the case? 6 months after Saints Row 1's release, it was revealed by THQ that a PlayStation 3 port was in development, and leftover game files show that PlayStation button prompts were tested in a very early version of the in-game phone. Either these were made when Saints Row was still bling bling for PS2, or Volition had very early plans to go multi-console before Microsoft stepped in. But back to THQ's announcement, the port was confirmed to be in development for nearly a year. Unfortunately, 3 months after the announcement, THQ held a press conference stating the port was cancelled. According to the publisher CEO Brian Farrell, the port was cancelled due to the PlayStation's poor sales and that Volition could focus on making Saints Row 2. What makes this all the more tragic is that the port was nearly complete. Prior to its cancellation, the independent PlayStation magazine was given an exclusive look at what Volition had so far finished. Thanks to their February 2007 issue, we know this wasn't going to be your typical console port. Beyond slight improvements to shaders in the gameplay, exclusive cosmetics, features, and multiplayer maps were also going to be added. Some of the content may look familiar because many of the items were eventually added to DLC for the Xbox. For cosmetics, 70 new pieces would have been added. These include items like the samurai hat, Santa Claus outfit, and the funky fresh hairstyles. 2 new vehicles would have included the left turner and the rumbler. The multiplayer was going to have 2 new exclusive maps. These include Industrial and the co-op map Heist. Something that I should point out is that each picture of Heist in the magazine appears to be from an earlier build. There's subtle differences, but the image of the SWAT team in the garage implies there may have been an extra portion to the level. We know there's a large portion of the map that isn't normally seen. It's possible this was going to be used for a vehicle getaway before being cut. Though mostly everything mentioned made its way to the Xbox, there are a few interesting things that didn't. The 2 features that stand out most were new NPCs and stores in the single player. The article doesn't give much details, but one of the new stores mentioned is a bank, and one of the new NPCs was going to be a mime. There's even a screenshot, but it only brings up more questions. When compared to this model in the original game, they look identical. This could have either been a typo on the author's end, or the model was simply a placeholder. As for the bank, it apparently functioned like a side diversion where the objective is to rob it. Some of the other discussed features include possibly adding motion-controlled actions through the DualShock controller and reworking network play for the multiplayer. Well everyone, there's everything we know about the cancelled PS3 port of Saints Row 1. Truly a shame it was never finished, but at least not every new edition went to waste. It's been speculated that Volition might still have a PlayStation dev kit with the port since it was mere months away from being finished. However, it likely would have been mentioned in the last 4 years since the company started openly sharing their older builds on Twitch and YouTube.
We did try to get this running on PS3. That got canned.
Yeah.
But hopefully someday gameplay of the port will stumble online and we can see every subtle difference. Anyways, thank you for watching and I'll catch you guys next time. Oh, and there was a Wii port in the works, but we'll talk about that another time. Later!